So we're going to be going to the library website today for the Methodist College Library. And the very convenient thing about the website is we have a general search bar here that we can type in various keywords for what we're looking for, and it will search across multiple databases that we as students have access to through the library. So we're going to look up nursing informatics and see what pops up. And as you can see, there are 34,340 results when we search nursing informatics. Now, one of the tools we have to help narrow our search down and kind of eliminate potentially unreliable information is the Refining Results tab over here on the left. And so the way I usually go about doing this is I check the box for scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles, so that will eliminate any non-peer-reviewed sources. And peer-reviewed sources tend to be more reliable because they've gone through the process of peer review. So we check that. That got rid of a good 7,000 results. And I'm also going to narrow it down to full text because if we don't have a full text option, all we're going to be able to read is the abstract or a brief summary of the article. And then we can look here at publication date. Right now we're going all the way back to 1982. Now, I like to start off with as relevant as possible within the last year. We can always work our way out, but that's going to make sure that we're getting really up-to-date information. And so as you can see, that narrowed our search down to 902 items. And then for our purposes, I would typically narrow the language down to English unless I'm working in a different language. And that brought us down to 859. And then we can keep going on from there. We could filter by subject, and that would help us narrow down more what we're looking for. So let's say we're looking specifically for topics on nursing informatics and electronic health records. We'll hit update. And that brought our search down to 172 items. And so when we go through here, we can help to see what sources might be the most helpful and pertinent to what we're looking for, as well as reliable in their nature. So for example, let's click on this article from 2020 from the Nursing Management Journal, Tracking the Impact of Nursing Informatics. We go on here, we can see our abstract. We can see the publishing date right here, September 2020, so it's only a couple months old. And since we have that peer review box checked, we know that that article is peer reviewed. And we can click over here in Full Text Finder. And if there are full text options available, that will show us where we might be able to find those. So I'm going to find this article in full text. And here we have our article. Now, one of the things to look at when we're looking at scientific articles like this is the sections they're broken down into. So here we have some author information. We can see that the author here, there's multiple authors, and one is a senior advisor at a healthcare company in Chicago, and the other is a vice president of informatics. So both these authors have fairly reputable titles and backgrounds. And then we go down and we can actually see if this was a study, what were their methods? Did they follow kind of the scientific process? And see the study broken down into various components. And then we can also take a look at what references they used. So they have a reference from the American Nurses Association that is a nationally renowned organization, and so they're using sources that are also reputable, which would lead us to believe that this would be a reputable source for our own research study.